Yo, it's Elut, and welcome back to my hard mode run of Radiant Dawn using only forced units. This is part 2, chapter 2, and like the last chapter, we have access to Nephany, Braum, and Heather, but we also get quite a few new people here too, namely Lucia, as well as Mordecai, Leith, Lucia, and Leanne. So we do a bit of a trade session here. We give the talisman from the info section to Heather that will eventually go to the Grail Mercenaries. Lucia really doesn't need it here. We can't change any skills or anything like that right now, so there's not too much to do except for hitting the info and then maybe trading like one or two things around. So this is a Fog of War map. And basically what we're going to be doing is I like to send Lucia just straight up to the northern path by herself because she frankly doesn't need any help. And I also don't tend to attack with her on this first turn because if you do that, the Armor Knight generally won't die. And then also he'll just run away to get healed after that. So I like to keep him there and then we kill him on our next player phase. Also, I traded Leith's Laguz Stone to Mordecai. Because frankly he's just better. In general, tigers are just better than cats. Their gauges don't go down as slow, and in general they're just stronger. Leith will attack a few things here, but she's definitely not as useful. Mordecai generally won't double, but he'll do a lot of damage, and he just has much better survivability. So we have him frontline a bit. Because Nephany and Braum, by themselves, take a bit of a beating here. So we do need a little extra help. And then I leave Lucia, I almost said Naysala. We leave Lucia back, not because we don't need his help necessarily, but I wanted to show off a little sort of weird, I don't know if it's even a bug or a glitch, but it's something weird about Fog of War and Radiant Dawn. So I'll point that out when it comes up. I just find it mildly interesting, so. Unlucky miss from Nephany there, but that's okay. And one thing I maybe should have done there instead is trade back the Laguz Stone and just done it that way. Leith survived, like she's fine, but that probably would have been a better idea, I think. But we're okay, regardless. Lucia also comes with a Wind Edge, which is very nice for, two-range enemies in general. But also there's a boss at the end of this map here where Lucia has to arrive. And he's a mage, or a sage, I should say, who is blocked off by two big armor knights, and that allows her to take care of him sort of ahead of time, which is appreciated. So we one-shot some mages, because they're frankly pretty annoying. Just sort of doing some cleanup here. We really do have to combine for kills a lot in this section, without Lucia especially. Looking like early game Binding Blade, but it's alright. Even though Leaf is doubling, she ends up not one-rounding most things, so sort of the opposite problem of Mordecai, where, you know, he has big damage but doesn't double. But I still think he's generally more useful. I think we do set up a dance with Braum and Mordecai here. That looks like what I'm thinking. It probably would be a good idea, because he has to heal, and then also we would like for him to have his gauge back up. Trade some healing items around. Okay, so now with Elut, you'll see there are 2 units like right next to him, but then when he transforms, I actually can't attack the mage anymore. For some reason, his vision just does not work on his sides anymore, which is kind of funny. I'm not sure if that's intentional, maybe it's like a bird thing, but I always found that interesting for some reason. I just wanted to show that off. I don't know why. It's kind of goofy. And then here, we're dancing to take care of this archer here. And this was actually a bit of a never punished moment, you'll see in a second. Because I planned to surround the archer, but I completely forgot that he actually has a longbow. So he could have killed Leanne here. It wouldn't have mattered. Leanne's not really that important, but it was kind of funny. I was like, oh shit. Never punished. Yikes. Don't know how that happened, but I'll take it. Alright, so most of the enemies now are gone. We're just slowly making our way up to the boss. And we'll definitely need Mordecai to help chip down the armor knights in front of him so Lucia can reach the arrive tile. But she's fine until we get there. And then Nelucci's actually fine by himself in the back there, just taking care of the few reinforcements. Alright, and I know that that tile, one more to the right, is where the Armor Knights are standing, so I make sure not to go too far so I can still heal. So we attack the boss first, just so that's out of the way. And then in at least a turn or two, we should have that all cleared out for Lucia. Then we shove Lee in to actually dance for her. Hitting the Nephany with the 1 damage. Oy. Alright, and then I believe we actually get the kill here with Lucia. Oh, no, we don't. That is enough. Okay, I take it back. What we do, however, is we trade off Lucia's better items because we won't see her really ever again. And the elixir in particular is pretty nice for the Grail mercenaries, so that is very nice. Very cool, very cool. So that was part 2, chapter 2. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.